Hello students, welcome back. So students, today's English class we will be doing a lesson. So just keep your English textbooks besides you. Okay. So now just have a look at the screen, students. Here you can find a kitten. Here you have this fish. I think it's in a tank, goldfish. Again you can see two kittens, cute kittens. Here is a two beautiful fish. Then here you have this puppy, very cute. I'm sure you like all these pets, right? Very cute. And let me ask you something. You all must be having some or the other hobbies. Okay, you all must be pursuing some of the other hobbies like dancing. Some may like to sing, some may like to read, some may like to play with the pets. Okay, so many hobbies are there. So today actually in lesson number 15, this is a poem, Books Make Good Pets. Here we are going to read and understand that how, according to the poet, he says that how good it is to have a hobby like reading rather than keeping pets. Okay, when you read the poem you will understand how good or how advantageous it is to have a hobby like reading. So when you read the poem you will understand. So here you have this lesson chapter. Open this chapter 15, Books Make Good Pets. Okay, now before I start with the reading part of the poem, reciting part, let us know something about the poet. Here is a John Agarde. He was born in 1949. Is a British poet, playwright and children's writer from Ghana. His literature is socially and politically conscious, often talking about the history and the struggles of the peoples from Britain's one-time African and Caribbean colonies. So this basically, he is a British poet, is a playwright. He also writes scripts for drama, and he is also a children's writer from Ghana, that is a South African country. And his literature is socially and politically conscious. He often writes more about history and the struggles of the people, like the African black people who were how they struggled in those days in the Britain's one-time African and Caribbean colonies. So he used to write on that issues. Okay, so basically he was a British poet. So this is all about the author. Now we will just read the poem. Now let me read. Just pay attention, students. Books make good pets and don't need going to the vet. What is a vet here? Veterinary. One curious look sets them purring on the cushion of your eyes, as if to say, dear browser, you have picked me up before and thrown me aside. But I have more than 9 lives and no need to keep twiddling that piece of string. So this is the first stanza of that poem. Let me read it again. Books make good pets and don't need going to the vet. One curious look sets them purring on the cushions of your eyes, as if to say, dear browsers, you have picked me up before and thrown me aside. But I have more than 9 lives and no need to keep twiddling that piece of string. Let us move to the next stanza here. Now, pay attention, students. Books make good pets and don't need going to the vet. You don't have to keep them on a lead or throw them a stick. They'll wag their tails when you flick their dog-eared pages. Here you can see a shape of a dog, and on that you can find this written. So here basically poet is talking about the pet dog. Okay, again I read that stanza. Pay attention. Books make good pets and don't need going to the vet. You don't have to keep them on a lead or throw them a stick. They'll wag their tails when you flick their dog-eared pages. So let us move to the next stanza. Books make good pets. Here you can see it looks like a turtle, isn't it, students? Yes. Now let me continue. Books make good pets and don't need going to the vet. They'll hibernate in the shell of their covers and patiently wait as long as centuries to be discovered. In their own good time, when some readers rolls them over on their cracked spine. I repeat, books make good pets and don't need going to the vet. They'll hibernate in the shell of their covers and patiently wait as long as centuries to be rediscovered. In their own good time, when some readers rolls them over on their cracked spine. Let us move ahead. Here we have this paragraph. Here the poet is talking about a fish as a pet. Books make good pets and don't need going to the vet. They are as colorful as goldfish in all their stillness, and believe me, this is no whim, but books can glow and swim in the bowl of your imagination. I repeat the stanza again, students. Books make good pets and don't need going to the vet. They are as colorful as goldfish in all their stillness, and believe me, this is no whim. Books can glow and swim in the bowl of your imagination. So students, we have completed reciting that poem. Now, I am sure you find this poem interesting. So students, in the next class, we will understand the lines of the meanings of the lines, and what made the poet compare, like how good it is to treat a book as a pet rather than keeping a pet. So I hope you will see this video again and try to read the poem. Okay, so we'll meet in the next class. Till then, have a nice day.